Hey there, pro tips for paras. My name's Tanelle, and this is my girlfriend Sierra. I've been asked to do a quick intro on both of us. We are both T6 spinal cord injuries. I am almost 7 years ago. Sierra's got me by 1 year. I am 34 years old. She's 23. Enough is enough. We are on day 5.
Is it day 5? I think it's day 6.
Is it day 6?
I think it's day 6. Day 6.
Oh. Day 6. Yoga journey with Sierra and myself. Take it away, girlfriend. We need something short and sweet today.
Alrighty, so we are going to attempt some pyramid breathing today, so we'll see how that goes. So essentially what's going to happen is you're going to breathe in for 1, exhale for 2, breathe in for 3, exhale for 4, and we're going to do that up to 10. And then when we do that, I will count for the first round, and then the second round, we'll just do it on our own. Sound good?
No, I think count both rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it that way then. So we're going to inhale for 1, exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 4. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now we're going to go back to the top. So inhale 1, exhale 2. Inhale 2, 3. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big inhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Big exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good.
Next, we're going to move on to some pec massage. So for this one, you just need your hand, but you can also use a ball, so something like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. But here we're just going to use our fingertips. If that's not accessible to you, you can also use the bottom of your hand, just near your palm by your thumb. So that's also an option. So from here we're going to go into this big chest muscle, and we're going to start massaging in this area. If you have breast tissue, you're going to have to go in and around a little better, and making sure that the force that you're putting into it is firm so that you can get into that muscle. So we're doing nice circles here, breathing through the tenderness. This muscle is quite sore, as Tanelle is discussing here, and so it's really important to just get some blood flow here. And we're going to go where it's tender or wherever feels comfortable to you, and then we're going to start moving up towards the collarbone here, or the clavicle, and this bone here that's across the chest, there's a meaty tender point just underneath that bone, and so we're going to start doing some massage here. Also, as Tanelle is saying, it's very tender here as well from sitting and wheeling all day, so find some tender spots. You can hold that spot or work in it just a little bit, breathing through the tenderness. Finding what feels good to you, going at your own pace, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears, nice and relaxed. And then we're going to move to the other side. So again, if you have breast tissue, going in and around a bit to find that spot. As Tanelle here, you can see it's tender for her, so we're going to start moving in that spot and then finding some more tender spots to get some blood flow. And this is really important to do in the mornings before you transfer into your wheelchair, or just to start your workout. This would be a good way to warm up too. And then again, finding the collarbone, and we're going to go under into that meaty spot again. Doing what feels good and breathing through this, making your shoulders are away from your ears. For the both of us, this is really tight, so we're spending some extra time here. Alright, so next we're going to move on to some neck movement. And so for me, I'm going to balance here, but Tanelle's probably going to go over to the couch for balance. So we're going to put our hands to our neck. If this isn't accessible to you, you can also just keep your hands down to your side, but this is going to give you a little extra stretch in the shoulders. So we're going to keep our elbows pointed in front of us and try and getting them to the sky as we look up towards the ceiling. Breathing nice and tall here, feeling that stretch in your shoulders and up and through your neck. And then we're going to take our hands down to our legs, tucking the chin in and rolling down through the neck. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're just going to dangle here for a couple more seconds. And then on that exhale, bringing the hands to the neck again, if you can, finding your balance. Elbows in front, and then we're going to slowly bring them up towards the ceiling. As you can see, Tanelle's elbows are higher because she's got a little more balance. Looking up, lengthening the spine before we exhale. Tuck the chin in and feel that length along the back of your neck. Breathing in and exhaling out. Breathing in, feeling that breath up and along the spine. Exhaling, coming back to center. And then we are going to tilt our head to the left, towards our shoulder. We're taking our left hand and pulling gently towards the left. Right hand, if you can, is going to your side, extending out and pushing into the ground, making sure that shoulder stays away from the ears. We're going to inhale here and exhale. This one's probably going to feel really tight if you use a wheelchair, so we're spending a couple extra seconds here. Janelle's trying to find her balance. Before we exhale, come back to center, taking our right hand, moving our head towards our right shoulder. Shoulders are going to be away from the ears, hand is going to the ground on the left side, pushing into the ground. It's a lot of brain work here, so move slowly. This one might take a bit of practice. If you need, you can always start with just using your hand, pulling it down, and then slowly start working towards getting your other hand down to the ground. Alright, we're going to exhale and come back to center. And then from here, Tanelle and I's legs are both crossed, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're gonna inhale and then exhale as we slowly walk our hands down in front of us, straight in front. Now, if this isn't accessible to you, you can stay up and propped, keeping your hands just on your lap, but making sure you sit nice and tall. Otherwise, we are coming all the way down to where Tanelle and I are, hanging our heads down as low as we can. And then we're going to inhale here and exhale, feeling that stretch all along your back. If you need even more of a stretch, you can walk your hands out even further. Inhale and exhale. Getting nice and comfortable here, feeling the weight in the mat or the ground or the bed. We're going to exhale and then move to the left. So notice our right hand is going over our left hand in the left direction so that we can start feeling that stretch on the sides, specifically on the right. If you need even more, try and reach your right arm even further to the left. Making sure you can breathe here. If you can't breathe, you might have twisted too far. So you want to slowly come back if you need. Otherwise, we're holding this, breathing up along the side where the most tension is going to be felt here. And then slowly walking our hands to the opposite side. Left hand is going over right arm. Feeling that stretch along the left side. Breathing through this, up and through the side, where we feel that tension. Exhaling and returning to center. Good. Next one we're going to do is we're going to take our right arm and go underneath through the armpit like a pretzel, keeping our left arm nice and extended. And we're reaching that right arm out as far as we can go. Your head can either go straight in front of you or you can tilt your head a little bit to the right here like I have. You can put a pillow here if you need, or a yoga block to support your head. Otherwise, we're feeling that stretch along the side of our right arm. Breathing through this. Stretching that left arm out as far as we can. Inhale and exhale. Again, this one's very tight for those who use wheelchairs, so take a moment here as we exhale, return to center. Taking our left arm, going underneath the right arm, through, past the armpit, just like a pretzel, expanding your right arm out in front of you, relaxing that left arm, placing our head down to the ground or on a pillow if we can, and inhale. Breathing through this. Trying to reach a little further now with the right arm out in front of you. as we slowly start to return to center, reaching out in front of you. And then slowly walking your hands back up to center. Good. So let's get a little bit of a shoulder roller here too, as we move into our next movement. So from here we're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist, taking our left hand over our knee and our right arm is also falling behind us, looking over that right shoulder and getting in a spinal twist here. If that's too much, we can place hands at our leg on the right here instead of going all the way behind our backs. Shoulders in our back pockets, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here as we return to center and then go to the left side. Hands are going up and over our knee. Left hand is a little further behind, looking over that left shoulder. Shoulders are away from the ears, lifting the chest and breathing. Inhale and exhale down through the spine. Breathing here. And then we're going to exhale and return to center. Alright, so next we are going to our stomachs. So Tanelle and I are going to coordinate this as we start to move. I encourage you to start getting into position on your stomach if you can. We'll take a moment to get into that position. Being mindful of this moment. Appreciating the ability to move. Next, we're gonna just stretch out here for a moment. Our legs are spasming a bit, so we're just gonna relax. Before we move into Superman, Superwoman, Superhuman. So for this next one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna place our arms behind us. And from here, we're going to try and get our chest off the ground. So this is going to look different for different people. So for me, because I don't have any rods or screws in my back, I can lift my chest up a little further. My head's coming off the ground and then I'm lowering back down. For Tanelle, it looks just a little bit different, where she can just lift a little bit off the ground. If you want to put a pillow behind or in front of your head, that works too. And just thinking about the movement. So we're raising up, holding for a couple of seconds, inhaling, and then exhale, coming back down to the ground or the bed. Raising up and down as we exhale. Coming up off the ground and exhale. Lifting up, inhale. And we're going to hold this. Breathing here. Before we slowly return back to center, and then arms are going to come up in front of us to move into Cobra. So Cobra, we've seen this before. We can have our hands in front of us, forearms on the ground, or our hands can be crossed, Or if we need a little more stretch, bringing our elbows closer towards us. If you want even more of a stretch, we can lift our chest, head, eye gaze, or looking up to the ceiling. And if you want an even further stretch, our hands are coming up and pushing us up off the ground, getting that curvature in the spine. Otherwise, for a little more tame, you can stay down here with Tanelle and I on our forearms as we close our eyes and breathe through this, lifting the chest, keeping our shoulders away from the ears, making sure our neck is nice and loose so we can move our head around a little bit, so making sure that's good. And then we're going to breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, feeling that breath through the spine, down through your tailbone. And we're going to stay here and continue to breathe on our own. Feeling our weight pressed into the ground. Noticing where our breath is. As we exhale and relax. Next, we're going to grab some pillows to do our last exercise here. So you can also use a yoga block, anything that you might need to prop your head. Otherwise, the pillow is going to go out in front of us. And then we're going to take our arms and create a pretzel like this. So the right arm is going underneath the left arm is going to the right. And we're going to try and get a little bit of a stretch across our arms and then place our head on the pillow. You might need to prop up some blankets or something a little higher depending on how tight you are. And then we're just going to breathe through this, feeling the stretch through our arms. And as we breathe, thinking about getting as much airflow up and through the spine, imagining the breath going through the arms and then back down to your tailbone. Feeling that weight of your arms through the ground, sinking into the ground, and appreciating this moment that we've taken here. If we can now, we can try and stretch our arms even further, trying to get our arms out. Now, if this is too much for someone with shoulder issues, I would encourage you to just stay propped up like this. And just relax here. Then from here, we're going to inhale one more time and exhale. And then we're going to pass it over to Tanelle, who's going to finish off this movement for today.
Thank you, Sierra, and thank you everybody for tuning in today for session number 6. And we are going to Shavasana on our bellies.
I feel like
There's a name. I don't know what it is. We'll learn names. I'll start to learn names. Please hit the subscribe button, that little bell, and we will alert you every day for January to continue this 30-day journey. Just again, be mindful, ground yourself, connect your body to whatever it is you're lying on, be it your bed or the ground, and imagine connection to Mother Earth and set your intentions for the day, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.